Well, here we are back in San Diego, back in Little Italy. Where are you taking us today, Craig?
Hey, look, you can only have one favorite, Barbusa.
As seen in today's food adventures.
All right,
What's up?
here it is.
What's up, guys?
Nice to meet you, buddy.
Nice to see you.
Guys,
How you
Very
doing?
cool.
My job is done. Joey, part owner of this family business. Show my friends around.
I'd love to. I'd love to. Thank you for being such a big supporter of us. I appreciate it.
love it.
We can't wait to hear the story.
I appreciate that. It's been my honor to show you guys around.
All right, Joey, glad to sit down with you. Thank you for showing us your place. This place is the epitome of Little Italy, and we can't wait to hear your story, buddy.
Well, thanks. I appreciate you guys coming by. Man, this place is like a dream for us, you know, to be in Little Italy. It's funny because, you know, my family started back in the 80s, in 1986, in a little house in Hillcrest, and we converted it to a restaurant. They came from a little pizza place, you know, so they had a little pizza place, went to that. That was their first full-blown restaurant. My dad was like 26 years old. My mom was the same age, and they said, let's do this. They invested all they had into that one restaurant. They actually went next to one of the busiest restaurants at the time, and this is back when San Diego was a small town.
Yeah, they didn't have these big streets, and there was no Little Italy.
No, Little Italy was, we'll get to that part. But basically, they opened up that restaurant. It was a very successful place. My dad would be in the kitchen, my mom would be in the front, my dad would come out, shake people's hands. That's what it was about.
Old school.
Old school,
Right?
Old school, and that's what people loved. People
Right.
loved to interact and know that, hey, that guy that just shook my hand is gonna make my food and make my night special.
So how does that today play out? When did you start working in the restaurants? Because I know how family businesses are.
Right.
Both of us grew up in the family business. So yeah, I did a couple things when I was 5 or when I was 8, but by 13, you're working full days.
100%.
Yeah.
The problem was coming from an Italian family. It was difficult for us to kind of enter into the restaurant and want to be in the restaurant business because I grew up with an Italian father and a Jewish mother, and they were always about getting your degree, going to school, becoming a doctor, becoming a lawyer. But I knew that this was my passion. I wanted to be involved in it. I mean, I was born in the restaurant business. What else? I didn't know anything else.
Does your
it was just,
family
you
know
feel
anything
it. It was
else?
in your blood. Exactly, exactly. So it was in our blood. Me and my brother, you know, we decided to get in this business. It has to be your passion. And if you don't love it, you better get out of it
true statement.
because it's something that will eat you up inside, but at the end of the night is over. So it's almost like an instant gratification. And that's the best part about the restaurant business because, you know, you do your 300 covers a night or whatever comes in that night and you have your problems, but at the end of the day, it's done. And you might fight with your brother or your sibling or your father or your mother at the time while you're working because we're all here together, you know? But do you know what it comes down to? At the end, this is what we always say, we're all family. And we're all family. And at the end of the day, everybody is our family, and that's how we want to treat everybody. So soon enough, we have one restaurant here, one restaurant there, one restaurant there, one restaurant there. We have this restaurant here, which was a steakhouse. At that point, me and my brother said, you know what? We need to change this place. We need to make it hip. We need to make it keep up with the times. The times of Little Italy have changed. It's become modernized. It's become this. It's become that. Let's open Barbusa. So here we go, Barbusa, our baby. Me and my brother started this restaurant with my father. He gave us a blessing. We made it into what we felt was modern Italian cuisine, modern Sicilian. So we took all of his old recipes.
Now we're talking.
Exactly, and now we made it ours. It's funny, the first day we opened, I think my dad was expecting, you know, the old time Italian music, maybe some Frank Sinatra, maybe some old Sicilian music. my brother has, you know, a little bit of techno going on in the background. I said, shut that thing off. What are you gonna do? These people are coming for nice Italian food. Don't worry, Dad, we got it. My brother said, you know what, let's turn it up, in fact. We turned it up, and that's how Barbusa became, you know? It just, and we were instilled from my dad in the way he worked his business, as far as make sure you treat everybody like family. From your employees, the dishwasher, all the way up to the person that might only come here one time. But as soon as they come here, you better make sure that that person becomes a member of our family, that Busalakis treat us well, they have good food, and they treat us like family when we go there.
We're looking forward to being part of La Familia, your family, tonight.
Yeah, well, you know what? I'm glad to have you guys at what I call my house. So come and enjoy. And actually, you know what? I want to introduce you to somebody who's the face of the kitchen here, which is Nino, my cousin Nino. Let's go in. Let's go check him out.
Sounds great. Thank you. So Nino, we hung out a little bit with Joey, and Joey told us the history of this restaurant, how this restaurant came to be. But now we want to hear about the food, and with you being the head chef, I want to hear what the spin is on modern Italian kitchen.
I don't know, what you said is more interesting. I kind of want to hear what he said. I didn't get to hear yet. The spin on modern Italian kitchen. Basically, it's taking ingredients from other countries, from other places, and combining them with yours. Got to be the right ingredients, you know, not everything is the right fit. You know, so, you know, it takes a little bit of planning, trying, you know, it's trial and error, trying to, throughout all the hard work, we tend to get it right.
Yeah, well, look, you wouldn't have a successful restaurant if you didn't get it right. But yes, trial and error, I think is a successful piece.
I thank all our customers for that. Without them, we wouldn't be here.
Now, I know for a fact that you have a bucatini dish that I want to try today. So I definitely want to get that on the list. Not everywhere has bucatini. Not a lot of people know what bucatini is.
I tend to try to do different cuts of pasta. That's another thing. I don't like to do what other people, what other restaurants do. It's because, you know, if you could get it at another restaurant and you get it somewhere else, there's no reason for myself to do it. I'd like to do something that maybe you can't get somewhere else, or, you know, is not so easily found.
So tell me a little bit about a sardine dish that I heard about.
That's on the secret menu.
It's on the secret menu,
yeah,
but I'm pulling these out today.
So what I do is we get once in a while, when we're lucky enough, we have some friends bring us fresh sardines, because you don't always get them. And believe me, it's a lot of work. You got to clean them, you got to scale them, you got to take the bones out. Then we take it, we make our sauce with it. You know, we use onions, pine nuts, currants, a little bit of tomato extract, and we make our sauce. And then when someone comes along and says, "Hey, we'd like," I pull it out and I make it for them.
I can't wait to try it. I hope you have a little puck hiding in the freezer there for us.
The trick of that pasta is always the wild fennel. That's another thing that's hard to get. Wild fennel, it's really, really, really hard to get.
Yeah, and you like to get wild fennel locally, don't you?
Yes, actually, I like to get everything locally. Anything that I can get. Anything I get locally, I use.
That's great, that's great. Well, look, I've been waiting all day long to try your food. I can't wait to get to it. Thank you so much for spending the time and hosting us tonight. I really appreciate it.
Anytime, you know that.
Well, as you can see, we weren't the only ones that wanted to come to Barbusa tonight. It is busy, it is popping, and everybody's having a great time.
So, the beautiful thing about being a part of Food Adventures is we get to eat this. This is the heart of this restaurant. This is La Familia. This is recipes that came before I was born. And we get to taste this amazing food. And sorry, Craig, you had to go back home to your beautiful bride and your twins, but this is all for us now, buddy.
That's right. Well, Food Adventures is all about gluttony, so we're going to dig into all kinds of great stuff here. We have bone marrow, short short rib, pesto gnocchi, and most importantly on the secret menu, the sardine bucatini. Wow.
So we're gonna eat this. Sorry, you're missing out. But you can always go to Barbusa to have this and check us out at Food Adventures. ggfoodadventures.com.